Hello again everyone and welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 150 of The Coin Vault Has Opened. We're going to be looking through some mixed Cellos and I have a couple flips here. So we're going to be looking through these, seeing if we can find any nice coins and if we can find any varieties. These are a couple different collections of mint Cellos that I just had hanging around. I'm not sure how many of each state there are. It might just be one of each. But we'll see. Hopefully we can find something cool. Welcome Stern, I see you saying yo there. Hello and welcome. So let me get the camera set up here the best I can for you guys. Happy New Year everybody. Let me reset the camera. There we go. And these first coins here, it looks like I have 3 different bags. One is like 60s and 70s, one is 80s, and one is 90s. And then there were these flipped bicentennial cents here. And I'm not sure even how I got these. They must have come in a package as a gift or something. And so we can kind of look at the condition of them. I'm guessing that there is nothing really special here. I'm not sure of the different varieties for the 2009s here. See if I can get the, I think it's the way the flips are hitting, but I mean I've seen worse 2009s here. But welcome to the stream everybody. Let me fix this so I can see everybody talking. And so this one, I don't know if it's the flip, but there does look like there's a scratch against, there's a little bag mark there, a little mark from the mint. And we've got the traditional finishing issues for 2009. Lincoln himself looks pretty good there. But we'll just kind of check these out, see if there's anything interesting in them. These staples look like they probably could kill another coin. So yeah, they did a horrible job with the rinses at the mint. So these actually look pretty decent as far as the spots. I know that normally you see spots and it's like yikes. But I mean even 2007s have a few, or I'm sorry, even MS67s have a few spots on them. These don't look too bad. And so I don't know if these just came out of a roll or where they came from. I feel like the strike looks pretty good on them. There's not too big of marks on them. Pretty much it's the finishing rinse that is kind of killing them, but these look like there might be like MS65. And I'm not sure, this might be a complete set of them. Not really sure. But they were here and I hadn't gotten to go through them, so I figured I'd go through them with you guys. We could check them out. Looks like a strike on the building here. And I don't know if it's, I know that one of them, that there's quite a few double dies. Can't quite remember if it's the childhood or the formative years. I'm guessing it's the formative years. I think it's like him reading a book and there's like some double, he's got some extra fingers or extra thumbs or something. But in the 90s, maybe we'll get some 92s or 98s or 99s. And we can see if there are, what is it, close AM for the 92s, and we can see if there are any wide AMs for the 98s and 99s. And so yeah, this is the formative years here. I don't see a double thumb just from this perspective, but maybe we can put those aside. If you guys know of any other varieties that we should look for in here, we can do that. This one's got some pretty mean scratches on it. And so it looks like maybe there's 8 of them, so I'm guessing that this is just a complete set of 2009s that somebody passed my way. And for all I knew that they were really, really nice. I feel like one of them there looked pretty decent. And I remember the first time I got a 2009 slabbed as a MS66, it was just covered with spots. And I thought that it was a disaster. Then I bought like 10, 20, 30 more of them from a bunch of different dealers, and just it took me a while to realize that basically every 2009 has these red spots on them, and it's just part of the date. Some dates are notorious for having like weak strikes and just like lack of detail. 2009s just seem like they are riddled. I mean, they did a really great job with the proofs. I mean, the proofs seem to tone a lot. And so I really like that. I don't know if other people like that or not. The satin finishes are beautiful. These flips kind of give it another complexity here. Kind of almost looks like there is an extra line in between there, but I believe it's the thumb that is supposed to be doubled. And I think it's just the way that the light is shining in there. But I just wanted to check these out. I'd never really looked for the doubled thumbs before. Looks like we have a strike right through the hand. But it looks like this one is basically the same as the other one. Alright, so those were the 2000s here. I'll open up this bag that says 90s. And we can maybe check out the condition of these. And then we'll zoom it back in. Start off with a 1995. We can just check off that it's not a 1995 double die, which, yes, that would be awesome, but I don't think we're going to get that lucky. I'm not as familiar. I believe that there is a 1995 double die reverse. I don't think I've actually seen one. That one doesn't, I don't see anything on it. Hey PK Carve, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. So these are just random bags of mint cellos that I've just accumulated, and they appear to kind of be like little collections, just small groups of dates. So I don't really know what to expect in here. I just hadn't gone through them. I was looking for something to do for the stream tonight, which I definitely have plenty of stuff. I just thought before I open that huge box of mint cellos that I got, I would just finish up everything that we had so that I don't miss anything. Because my desk has started, it's almost time to kind of clear off the desk again. But Happy New Year, PK Carve. So this one has what looks like a little spot on it. I'd say all these have kind of looked imperfect, but these are business strikes. I know we've been looking at, that's not just floating on it, I think. It's got a shadow. Looks like the luster is not quite full on this one. But yeah, we've been spoiled looking at proof rolls here for weeks. The proof roll from Wednesday night, Wednesday night, that was I think the worst. I don't think we found anything interesting, and almost every coin had like some sort of major defect on it. Not the kind of rolls that we're hoping to look at. This one's got a little bit of toning, which is kind of interesting for a 1999. It's just a little bit of pink on the bottom rim there. Perhaps there'll be some on the same place on the reverse. And I'm not sure how many of these there are. I got to see one video with Coin Table, with Chris at Coin Table this week, and he was opening a box of 100. He was opening a box of 100 mint sets, or proof sets from 1962. It was pretty awesome. He only got through 50 of them, but he was pulling cameo quarter or deep cameo quarter one after another. He found an unopened box of 100 of them. That sounds kind of dreamy. It's definitely, it's like a lottery ticket. That looks like he pulled a good one. And so for the 90s here, I still haven't found a close AM or a wide AM on anything yet. I wasn't even 100% sure of the dates. I looked it up before the stream here, and it looks like 1992 you're looking for a close AM, and then for 98 and 99 you're looking for wide AMs. And I realize we're looking at a 98 right now, but I don't think that this is a wide AM here. But we'll take closer looks at them all, because we'll be looking for all sorts of things. And then after, it looks like we have a bunch of 1980s, and it's been a while since we looked through 80s, and so we'll just have to see what jumps out. Since it seemed like they were just all over the place, it was a lot of things to kind of look up and see, so I thought we'd mostly just wing it tonight. And for any of you guys who are an eBayer and have been purchasing a bunch of stuff, I'll remind you guys, eBay bucks are released today. It's the end of the quarter. So if you guys are on eBay, there may be some eBay bucks there waiting for you guys. I was pretty excited. I got a nice, I think eBay gave me $195 of eBay bucks this quarter. So I'm gonna hopefully be able to find something nice to show you guys from the scores from that. There was a really nice proof Indian headset that I almost picked up, but it sold. Oh yeah, so this is the 1992. You can see how far away that is, but we're looking for one with a close AM. So I'd say most of these look pretty decent here. I'd say most of them are like MS64, maybe 65. I don't think we've seen any 66s. That's at least my opinion. I'm guessing as we go back in decades here, the condition of them is become a little bit worse. Hopefully that won't be the case. Hopefully we'll get some really nice, beautiful ones. So just, if you look at the T there, I'm guessing that's machine damage. And it doesn't really look like doubling, but there definitely looks like there's a whole head of a T underneath that. What date was that? 96. We'll make sure to take a close look at that one when we're going through. Maybe it's just the shadows. If you look at the 9s on this one, it's doing the same thing. Gosh, so many things to look for when you're just looking through random coins. At least these are broken up into decades for us. So this seems like for the most part it would be a pretty nice start to someone's collection if someone was doing like a book or something. I did get a stimulus check. Everyone else I knew got a stimulus check a couple days before I did. So paid some bills with the stimulus check. Stimulus check is gone. Hopefully they'll give us another one here and I can pay the rest of my bills, but it is all good. A little bit of help was very, very nice. It's amazing how long that took. I mean, it seemed like every single weekend for 3/4 of a year, but I'm not going to complain. Nobody else is giving me free money, so I say thank you. Thank you, government, for doing that for us. Whoever is responsible. Alright, so we'll zoom in on these and we'll see if we can find anything interesting in them. How about you, PK Carve? You get a stimulus check? I'm out here in California. Everyone else I knew got it like, I think the next morning. Alright, so we'll turn the lights back on. I think we just need to focus in about this far, unless we're seeing something interesting. So we've got a 1996. Looks like some machine damage on it. And if you guys, not yet, did you get the first one pretty quickly, or did it take a while? I feel like I got mine way later than other people with the first one that came. But from the time that they said that they were going to do it, it seemed like that was actually pretty quick. I think I got mine on, what was the date on that one? 96. Here's our 95, I think. So I think there's a second double die, 1995 too. It's just not as good. But I'm not seeing anything here. So we shall keep searching. You got the first one quickly. Well, I think with like the weekend and like New Year's and stuff, I'm sure every bank is different. I got mine on New Year's Day, and I'm pretty sure the banks weren't even open. Usually, if they can keep it, I totally thought when I didn't get it before then that I wouldn't see it until Monday. I figured the banks wanted to hold on to it and make money off of it as long as they could, which I was really surprised that they didn't. I need to keep checking these. Alright, this is a 96, so I mean, if we found something on one of these, that would be pretty surprising. Here, let me check just to see what is normal. So for 94 to 2008, they should, or I'm sorry, 94 to 2008, they should all be close AMs. So if we find anything 94, so I don't think we're going to find a wide AM. But I think there's only 98s and 99s and 2000s. So this one is 1990. But wouldn't that be fun to find one that no one else has found before? I'm sure that would be worth some money. Well, that's not the strangest thing I've heard today, PK Carve. Doesn't Nancy want 2000 too? Doesn't Trump want 2000? Alright, that's a wide AM. What, oh yeah, this was a 1990. So yeah, so we'd be looking for a close AM. I think we'll start with the dates on this. Alright, so here's a 1990. I forgot all about the double, was like 83, 84 for doubled ears. I feel like my camera never focuses too well on the ears anyway, but I suppose we can look. You're hoping that you did find a new variety. What year? What did you find, Stern? Alright, so we have another White AM 1990, which is exactly what it should be. Finding a new variety sounds fun. I was looking at Eisenhower's. I was like listing them, and then I saw something that it looked like there was a. It looked like it had like an RPM or something. Like there was like a straight line going right through the middle of it, and I like looked at it a bunch, and I like ended up like searching all over the place to see what RPMs there were for that year. I think it was a 74D, and then I finally realized that it was just the whole of the D just looked like a straight line, like it was like an optical illusion, but it totally looked like there was like a straight line going right up through it, and it totally caught me off guard. So that was a wide AM, so that's normal for a 1991. Did you find what you think might be a new variety on your stream? Interesting ear there. I just happened to look at the ear. It must be like a strike or something. I know that's like right where the doubled ones are, isn't it? So they gave it a O over S, but they gave it a detailed clean grade. Nice. I can't tell if that's damage or not. I mean, let's look at the rest of it. That'd be hilarious, like if like probably like one of the first times I actually look at an ear, find a doubled ear. I think it's much more pronounced. It's more of like an extra piece of lobe. The motto looks a little bit interesting. Maybe it's just machine damage. Oh, is the chin doubled too? Interesting. Oh, and there's some, yeah, this must be machine damage. There's a lot of it though. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know which day. I was seeing some, oh yeah, it looks like it's kind of scooped out, doesn't it? It just made it look kind of doubled. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's really cool. So you at least got to figure out what the grade of it was, and kind of what the condition of the coin is, and then you can then you know what that is, and you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I think that this is just machine damage. It looks cool though. Sorry, I haven't looked at enough of these to know to knows what it is, but I believe it's just machine damage. Yeah, you would think that like PCGS or a company like that would be you know, that they would be the people that would be the ultimate authority on different rarities and stuff. But it seems like they only attribute stuff that they feel, I don't know, they must have to train people to become like experts on it or something. I don't know why they don't grade more coins than they do. Like why they don't, you know, I would feel like they would want to be all of the market and not just some of it. So this is 1992. So I guess we'd be looking for a close AM for this one, I think. We'll let the suspense build. And it looks like it is not a close AM. And I assume that is just machine damage on it. You have 3 blank spots in your Dansko? Like what, like a 1971S? You have an in-depth cheat sheet on the ones they grade. Yeah, no, oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, I was looking at the PCGS coin facts because everyone else recommends them and I had stayed away from it. I find it just more complex because you kind of have to open everything up and then it doesn't show you everything. But I was like, I thought that there were more here and I don't see them. For me, I've been putting together a Ike collection just on eBay with slabbed ones. And there seems to be quite a few sellers that are selling PCGS graded ones for really good right now. I mean, I was able to pick up a bunch of them. Like I picked up a lot of Ikes because I bought a bunch of them and then they all sold out. So then I bought a ton of them and they seem like they're selling a little bit slower. So this one is close AM. So this one 97, so that should be normal. You got 3 blank spots in here. With no dates on it. Maybe was your album created before they ended the series? That R looks a little funny. What year is this? 97D? I don't think I know of anything in 97. Yeah, is Dan Carr the one that I saw like somebody, I think it was like fantasy sense or something like that. And it was like a 2009 memorial scent or something like that. That seems like a dangerous job. Like I think I saw one graded in a PCGS slab. So this is a close AM, so this is the 97. 97 has a double deer. I don't see a double deer. Just want to see this closer. A 2009 VDB. Gosh, those are just gonna like create trouble. I don't like this one here. It must be machine damage. It's just it looks funny. It almost looks like three. Like it's like struck 3 times. Just it looks extra wide. It sounds like a fun job. It goes all the way to 78s. I don't have a 78S, I don't think. I think I just did, yeah, 78D. I just got a 77P and D and a 78D. So they definitely, I don't think I have 79. Welcome DC Piano. The 1 cent empty coin blanks. Like the mint tokens. I see the mint tokens on eBay. Like you can probably get like a bunch of them for pretty cheap. For some reason I don't see a ton of them. Maybe it's because I'm not searching for them. But I've definitely seen like, I don't know, like 50 of them for $5. Anybody that tears apart like mint sets and stuff, they would just have a ton of blanks. Oh, the blank planchet. Didn't they do like a blank planchet in like 2019 or something? Like the Discovery set. I think I have one in my eBay store. It might have already sold. I bought it just for humor and because I thought it would be cool to see what one looks like that hasn't been struck. And it's interesting because you like see all the little imperfections on the coins, but it's like the planchets have those too. Oh, just a plain blank planchet? I'd say a plain blank planchet would probably be worth more money. Did the blank planchet come in the Discovery set, or were they like random blank planchets? Because I've seen the blank planchets before, and I'd say one, you know, that if it's like, you know, a mint error, but I feel like they released like blank planchets in one of the mint sets. So this is a 98D. You found 2 so far. I have a bag of 1979s. I've been meaning to look just to see if anything cool's in there. I just wanted to get my kind of grading skills up before I like dug around. I didn't want to like dig through the thing twice. So that looks like a close AM, which is what I think this should be. It's a 98. We're looking for a wide AM. Just a random find. I don't know, I would say like a blank planchet, like if it's like a legitimate one, it's probably worth at least $10. Probably just checking out eBay. There's probably hundreds of them up there. If you just look at like kind of what the minimum average sold is, if you're able to somehow link it to a specific date. But I feel like I've even seen like large cent blank planchets before. Always seems like it would be cool to have. Oh, I was thinking of you, Stern, because of your other name that you go by. But I won a Superbird, a Washington Quarter Superbird variety, and that one I always think of you when I think of that one. So this is a 98. So that's a close AM. An Ike blank, that sounds beautiful. Yeah, could you imagine just like a highway full of like silver dollars? It's like I know that stuff sometimes happens. So we got a 99. So we'd be looking for a wide AM. At least I'm finally starting to remember the different years. I feel like unless it's like you can learn things, but it's like by like actually looking for them, it definitely helps. And I hopefully will be able to, I think it already came in the mail. I went to pick up stuff and it was an overflowing bin to the point where I couldn't even search things. I just started opening things and posting. I think I posted like 35 slabs today on eBay. It was a busy day, and it looks like tomorrow is going to be just as busy. But I think I got 5 Flying Eagle cents. I think I got a 35 340s, and I got a AU 53, which I was kind of excited about. But there should be some really nice coins. I should be putting up some really nice coins tomorrow. So let's see, we got a wide AM, so this is probably like mids, 92D. And so what we'd be looking for the close AM for that. Yeah, isn't it fun how they grade the blank planchets? Like I think the ones that I've gotten have been like 63 and a 64. I think the newest one that I got, it actually showed up in my PCGS registry. But the other ones, they just kind of disappeared into where I couldn't see them. I could add them and I could remove them, but I couldn't actually see them. It's just a weird to not be able to see a coin in your registry set. So this was a 99, that's like close. And for the blank planchets that I've had in MS63, MS64, I feel like the value, at least the graded ones, I feel like it was like 13 to 20 or something, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know why somebody got them graded, but I thought it was hilarious enough to purchase one once it was graded. And so I purchased one. Just, it's also nice to know, like, you know, kind of like what is a coin that looks like this graded, because there's not all the distractions of all the devices and everything on the coin. So I just thought it was interesting. So let's see, 93, so that should be a close AM. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd like it if, I just don't understand why PCGS doesn't, why they don't cover more different varieties. If they just don't think that they're actually rare, or if they, you know, it's just one more thing that people have to look for, if they don't feel confident in it. I'm just curious. Looks like PCGS sent me a calendar for, I thought you only got calendars if you were, like, I haven't paid for my PCGS subscription in years, but they send me like the PCGS market report. They just sent me a calendar. So I don't know if just anyone who was a member, if they send it to them, or if they're trying to get me to come back. Not enough character. But some of the stuff that they don't, some of the things that they don't do seem like they do have character. Some of the double dies and stuff that I've seen that I would think that they would. And then some of the ones that they do, it's like the same argument, like, why are you saying that that one has character? We just may never know. But I was kind of excited. I saw somebody, I think a streamer called Numis Stacker, He was saying that Stacks and Bowers, I believe, that they were doing something called Coins in Motion now, where they are making kind of like a 3D animation of a coin turning, so that you can see your coins from different angles, which I think is awesome. It's what I've been hoping that companies would do. So I was kind of excited to see that in the news. They won't grade the 001. Yeah, I find it interesting too when like I'll see coins with a variety and a grade, and they won't put a price on the coin. I don't understand that. Like, you know, they could at least price it. You know, it won't be a genuine coin. It'll have like the variety and a grade on it. But when you go to look up the coin, there's no price value. I find that very interesting. It makes me, you know, when I see a coin up at auction and I go and it's like no grade, even though it's a gradable coin, it kind of makes me stop and think, okay, I guess it's like when I'm looking at tons and tons of coins, it makes me not want to bid on that one because I don't know enough. Maybe it's saying, hey, do more research, this is a variety, you know, be sure you know what you're bidding on. Larry Steinbach. Okay, I can look at that up at some point. One double struck. I don't know, PK Carve. I just started collecting Ikes about 3-4 months ago. I can tell you it seems like the Ike market's been interesting in my opinion. Every time I buy one, I check out the PCGS price, and then as soon as I get it, the value of it has like doubled. So I really don't know what's going on with the prices of Ikes, but they appear to all be going up right now. The double struck Ike sounds cool though. I'd ask Super Silverman. I feel like he knows a lot more about Ikes than I do. That's what it says. Whoa, double struck, what? It's awesome. Alright, so we should have a close AM on a 94. See if we can get a little better focus. I feel silly searching for one on one that no one's found anything, but by the time we're looking at these, we might as well. Alright, so that was the 90s. Yeah, is it blank or is it double struck? It should be one of the two, right? Alright, let's journey backwards in time, everyone. Let's check out some 80s. Ooh, this one's got some environmental issue here. Or at least the cello is looking a little bit funky. Looks like some machine damage on this one. Looks like the lettering is incomplete there. Which I'm going to assume is what is going on with the top here. I like how it's all, I mean, I don't really like how it is. Hopefully all these 80s aren't like this. Interesting. And so for the 80s, we'll see if the cheat sheet goes into the 80s here. So from 59 to 92, all business strikes are supposed to have a wide AM. And so probably the close AM didn't even exist then, so it really shouldn't be possible. Is that Yeah, I would look at, like, there's a lot of weird listings on eBay right now. It seems like maybe everybody got kicked off of Etsy and came over to eBay. Um, I'm seeing like a lot of weird stuff up there. I'm having weird, I don't know if it's people trolling, like people buying stuff. I had somebody buy stuff, and maybe this is true. So I'm not gonna say they're making stuff up, but they bought a coin. After like 4 or 5 days, they say, "Hey, I was trying to sell my coin, not buy my coin. I want to cancel the auction I won." Um, I mean, I'm pretty sure that would be a really troll thing to say. I'm pretty sure anybody that is on eBay bidding on things should know that they are buying something, not selling something. Yeah, we'll probably see some more nice examples of machine doubling, things that have been doubled by damage happening to the die, or to the coin as the die is striking it, or after the die has struck it. So wide AM. What did that say? Yeah, they're all supposed to have wide AM. Okay, just making sure. Gotta get it in my brain. Yeah, the ones that have been struck twice, they look pretty cool. Like when you have like, the main image and then like just another big chunk of the coin. It's like this one kind of looks like it is machine damage here. And so when you have machine damage, it'll have like a look like it is doubled, but it's actually, like when something's actually doubled, it will be thicker. There'll be something added to the coin. But when it is machine damage, it's actually thinner. It actually has less of what's supposed to be there. So like on the R here, it kind of looks like, there's, kind of like 2 impressions of an R. But if I was able to get it on the right angle here, where it kind of shows the double, it's not as raised as much, and it's kind of removed, and the letters end up thinner. There ends up being less of the device, of one device, than supposed to be there, and it just kind of ends up looking doubled. While when you have something that's actually doubled, it either gets way wider or you get 2 impressions of it instead of less than 1. I didn't even think about that, Stern. I always thought that like before the coin left the line somehow it got struck again, but all the videos and stuff that I've been seeing of how they mint the coins and how they manufacture them lately, there's a lot of fun videos online that show you like the complete from like the coins, just everything being made from the beginning to the end. They're quite fascinating. But I'd never really thought of how I think I'd always thought in my head, before reading anything, that the coin, as it was being ejected from getting struck, that it just, the machine was moving too slow or something, and it just ended up getting clipped again. But yeah, I guess it would somehow have to go back through it to get struck again. 1987D. And this one looks like it's, it like has like lines going through it, kind of almost looks like there's a second impression, but if it was actually doubled, it wouldn't be going straight through the centers of them and making two little skinny ones. It would actually be making like a bigger one or two separate ones. I mean, I wonder how difficult it would be to alter a surface of an Eisenhower to make it appear like a blank planchet. You know, try to make it look like just by like kind of whizzing the surface and altering the surface of all the different devices. I imagine that somebody could, you know, basically make it look like a blank planchet, but really they just removed everything. I mean, probably somebody that, you know, someone that was knowledgeable could probably tell that that was done pretty easily, but to somebody who didn't know what they were looking at, it would probably look like a blank planchet. Yeah, a lot, like, I don't know if all, but like Stern is saying, the devices will get fatter and they'll split on the ends. So that's oftentimes what I'm looking for here. You know, it's easy to find things that are kind of doubled, but what I'm looking at a lot is the corners of the different serifs, of the ends of the letters. You know, for the C and the E and the N and T here, I'm really like looking at the bottom corners. Sometimes if I think I see something on the bottoms, I'll be looking at the tops. You're just looking at the ends to see. I don't know if this A, I know some years the A kind of looks like it has a split. Like if you look at the end, the little leg of the R, it's just the way the light is hitting it. But when the R splits, it can kind of look like that. You're just like, the I here, the top northwest corner of it, oftentimes that'll be where I'll see a notch when I do find something that's doubled. And then usually after I see it on the I, then I'll like kind of follow the other letters. And the F too, the F shows really well. I love it when the S's split, the serifs on the S's, because they just look really cool. It makes it kind of look like a little serpent. Like I can take a coffee break and I can look at the other monitor on the replay here, and it always looks, I always forget that that monitor, for whatever reason, the replay, it looks better than what I'm always looking at here. I have no idea that monitor is like over 10 years old and this one is like awesome, so I don't understand ever why that one is clear, especially after being like uploaded and buffered to the internet. Maybe it's just the light here. Maybe that's just scooped out, but like the E and the D there were kind of looking like there was a notch or something there. I think everything is scooped. I feel like I haven't seen ones that were scooped that ended up looking like notches. Like the A there, but I believe that A always kind of looks like there's a notch on it. Yeah, raw coinage for, there's pretty much no coin raw that I'd be paying a ton of money for. I mean, even for graded stuff, generally I don't pay more than 200, just because I'd rather have a variety of coins than one really expensive one that all of a sudden there could be a discovery on and the price could drop. But there are some nice coins, like there was the proof Indian had sent that I was looking at. It was, I don't know, they sent me a 250 offer. I went back at 220 and then someone else purchased it before I could before they could either consider or reconsider. And so I was already breaking my rule of, but I think there was only 44 graded of that date, and there were only 11 better, so I was like, I should really kind of go for this. Yeah. I mean, I won't buy like a key date, a raw key date. Just you can go on like Alibaba, I think is what it's called, and you can buy any key date by like the dozens, and they'll look pretty much real. You know, real enough to fool a lot of people. And like the horrible part is, it'll like, you know, like like counterfeits are required to say like copy or something on it. But you can tell like the little copy thing that they have written on it, it's just like a little Photoshop. Like the coin doesn't actually have, they just put like a little like cartoon copy word there so that like they wouldn't get like, you know, like I guess in China it really doesn't matter. I mean, maybe it does, but it sure doesn't seem like it does to me. But I don't live there, so obviously I don't know the laws, but you know, people do things that aren't legal here too, so it's not maybe that the government says do this, it's awesome. Yeah, like I was who was it? Ben the Coin Geek. He was showing off a 1955 double die. I think it was like AU slabbed by PCGS. But he was showing like a trick with it that I'd never seen before. Like on the reverse, on the T, that there are a bunch of particular. Maybe I had read about it once before, but he was showing it so I could actually see it. But there's a bunch of like hairlines or whatchamacallem, like die scratches that are like right below. I guess this is a memorial, so we really can't see it on this one. But just one of the T's, there's just you know, some die scratches that all the fake ones, for whatever reason, they don't go ahead and make those little die scratches on it. What years are the doubled ears, Stern? Is it 1982 through 84? Or is it just maybe 82 and 83? I've never found one, but I feel like I've heard quite a few people say they found one. Oops, Sorry X, I think, had one that he just sold. Little tone spot on that one. The S looks weird. '84, '88, '83, '84, '88, '97. We got '81. Yeah, it's like I feel like that's how most of the time when I look at a 1980 or look at an ear, I guess probably the Lincoln's head probably has to be fairly well struck. I feel like a lot of the coins I look at, you know, they're just weaker strikes. And so to actually see something doubled like that, it's like normally the ear just kind of disappears into the hair for me. 81D, it's like we're traveling back in time slowly. And so, I'm just trying to remember, like, probably in 82, like, when they transitioned into the new coins, they probably redid it a little bit, and so maybe that's why the newer ones are more clear. This is It's one of the last years of the copper. Nice little rainbow tone spot there. And to 1980. Yeah, I feel like we just kind of went straight back, like these were pretty much in order. A little bit of toning here as well. Some splashes of colors. I feel like 79, 80, 81, just lots of like pinks and purples and blues on the coins, like whatever was in the metal that year. Kind of a faint F on there. It's like only half there. Put that in a bag, and we can look at the 70s and 60s. It looks like the 60s and 70s are mixed together. Make sure I get all these in. I think there's more of these than there were of the other ones. Okay. See how the quality holds up here. Yeah, it's always interesting when I'm going back in time here. It's like the quality just kind of like gets less and less and less and less. Full festivity reverse on rainbow reverse. Nice. That sounds fun. So starting off with 1970. I think I forgot to check the L in Liberty. Maybe it's just the 7 and the 0 that I'm supposed to look at. It's been a while since I've been in the 70s here. I feel like we've been in the 60s forever. And I've got some 50 cellos coming up in the future here too. In 1969. Where's his eye? Yeah, my 1979 bank bag that I opened up just to peek inside to make sure that it was what it was supposed to be, which I know you're not really supposed to do because now it's not sealed, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't just a bag of normal pennies for what I paid. But they all had like pink and blue spots all over them. I haven't looked at it in like 3-4 years. So I'll be very curious to see what happened to all those pink and blue spots. I hadn't really done any coin roll hunting. Some of the rims on these look kind of rough. But I didn't know that the 79 through like 81 had lots of blue and pink. And it wasn't until I've gotten lots of mint sets and different rolls and they all have the same thing going on that I was like, okay, some dye didn't just fall in this bag. This is actually how they end up looking. So that was kind of good to like realize. That's why I've really enjoyed looking at tons of different dates. It's because you kind of get to learn what's normal and what's not, what kind of issues are normal and what's not. And then you learn that you have more to learn about. This one is just kind of damaged, so there's just a lot to look at there. Yeah, look at that rim. Some of these almost kind of seem like the coins were damaged inside the mint cellos. Maybe I just haven't looked at business strikes in mint cellos in a while. But like to me it looks like these mint cellos, like they got rubbed up against each other. Like, I mean, like look at like the top of this rim. It's like ragged, it's jagged. scratches everywhere. And then some. $19.79. I'm not sure if there is anything, I mean 1979p, we don't even have an RPM. And off the top of my head, I don't remember there being any double dies or anything even cool in 1979. At least on coins. Here we have a 1979D. And I think it's like the 1979, the mint mark, they're so tiny and blocky. That's like, even if you had an RPM, I feel like it would be, like, it's like you practically can't even see it. It's like this one almost kind of looks like there is like a chunk out of it or something like that at the bottom. It's like I almost want to see a notch there. But it's like, I bet like whatever happened to the top of it up there, that's what happened to the bottom of it up. And it's like then they all fill in like that. Just makes them impossible. But here's like one of those like little blue, pink, purple spots I'm talking about. They're just all like, that's one of the things I like about 1979s. Like if you go into the 60s, they all have all these black spots and like carbon spots. But when you get a spot on a 1979, the spot has like, it's, to me, if a coin's gonna turn colors like blue, pink, and purple, I'm cool with that. I think that it's, attractive. I know maybe it ends up turning black, maybe the 60s, 10 years ago, all those spots were like blue and purple and pink, and then they turned black. Haven't been paying attention to toning long enough to know exactly how everything works. 78D. This coin has an interesting color to it. It's kind of like a dull gold. You mean copper? Yep. So we'll see if we can find anything in here. Yeah, these 70s have gotten a little rougher. It's a 1969S. 69S, that's the one of the ones with a good double die, right? I don't think I've actually ever seen a double die 69S in person. I think I've seen some of them online. Nothing on the mint mark was looking a little interesting, but it just looks like there's a little chatter, little build up inside the mint mark there. Yeah, I feel like the dates just look so different. I've been trying to get through. I've been doing some bedtime reading of the authoritative reference of Lincoln Cents, Wexler's book. I've been reading like, I don't know, like 10, 12 pages of it until I fall asleep. And so that's been kind of cool. So I've been able to see a bunch of the different design changes and the different processes. It feels like there's a lot of good information in there. It's like you can pick up little things everywhere, but it seemed like he put a lot of good information all together in that book. So far I recommend it. I'm curious to see how far, if it just keeps getting more and more in depth. It's like, it almost seems like there could be, you could kind of like make a shortened version of it without all, it's like he tries to like bring drama and brings all this interesting stuff into it. I think it probably makes it more palatable as a reading, which I think helps. If you learn a story with a fact, instead I feel like Chuck's book, Looking Through Lincoln Cent, is very straight to the fact on everything, and I like that. And like there was a lot of valuable information. I really appreciated him putting together that book. I really enjoyed it. But I guess like both of them are reference books. But when I'm reading through some of these reference books, it's like you're learning about 1968, 1969, 1970, all the things that changed, all the things that you can find. It's like a math book. It's just, okay, if you have this number, this can happen. If you have this number, this can happen. And it's just, it can all kind of like bleed into itself and kind of, it's just a bunch of random numbers. But I guess that's one of the things that I do like, is that by adding a story to a fact, I feel like it does stick in the brain a little bit better. It's like if you remember a part of the story, then you can remember what it was in reference to. And so, kind of cool. But I couldn't believe how much drama there actually is in the production of coins. $1968S. This is an interesting year. I used to have so many 1968S's, like graded, like really high grade, like MS66. I stopped buying them because there was just so many of them. And all of a sudden I don't see many for sale. And all the ones that I bought up are slowly selling out. It's just kind of curious to me. Hey, oops, sorry X, welcome. So everything went well with your package to Puerto Rico? It sounded like he opened up all your heirs and broke them out of the slabs and reselling them on eBay. Did you check out to see if he sold any yet? I mean, I can almost understand why they would do it. Like make someone else hope that they, could get a higher grade. I got all my coins that I ordered from Puerto Rico today, or almost all of them. It looks like there was a couple different shipments, but some nice coins. I was kind of happy, but I was kind of concerned because they were listing the same coin on eBay with the same cert number, and I won it twice, and I'm like, just to let you know, I won this coin yesterday. And they're like, oh, it's okay. We have more than one. We have more than one of every one. And so I was like, okay, like as long as I get the date and grade and mint, I'll be cool. And I did. Well, I mean, I got different coins, but they were telling the truth. Nice. They still holding your money? Yeah, eBay is nice to have. I definitely pay eBay at the end of the month. I know you were asking if you had to, and I assumed you were joking. But, eBay can be a really nice place to make some extra money. It definitely can be. I mean, that's my living. This is what I do for a job. I mean, I don't look through coins on YouTube here at night. This is me having fun. But, I make my living on eBay. That's all I do for my living. That's how I pay my bills. So anybody can do it. You know how to make video listings now. Oops, sorry, X. So, research coins, buy them low, sell them high. I don't know, it's like what I found, the more coins you have up inventory, the more you sell. It's like if you have a couple coins up, there's a couple people that want to buy that coin. If you have a lot of coins up, and you just try to keep as diverse of a collection while buying low and selling high, that's the secret to what I do. I just try to have a little bit of everything, and it seems like somebody always wants something I have. And just hawk the auctions every day. That's basically like the first hour, first cup of coffee of the day is just looking to see what auctions there are going to be up during the day, and then checking buy it nows all through the day. And I know I'm not the only one. There's like probably hundreds of other people that are doing the exact same thing I'm doing, so I say the more the merrier. But it is addictive, and auctions can be addictive and dangerous. I've definitely outspent my means many, many times, and somehow I've always been able to pay my wins without having the eBay auction mafia coming in like breaking my kneecaps, which I don't think happens, but I've never gotten there, so I don't know what happens when you don't buy or when you don't pay. 1971D. I'm curious if there will be a 70S in here, whether it's a large or a small. Or a 72. We had the 69S. Maybe we already saw it and I just was talking. 71S. Closer. So I'd say none of these coins have been terrible. Most of them will never be graded or anything like that. But none of them have been terrible. None of them have been outstandingly excellent. But it was just I had all these random ones that weren't going to fit into a roll. Like I just bought like 40, or no, what is it? I think 38 rolls of mint Cellos. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with them. Like, I think only like 10 rolls are like full 50 count rolls, and then everything else is just different dates here and there. Maybe they're holding it long enough that they can get paid. Yeah, 3 weeks seemed like a long time. But I think after the 3 weeks, after this first time, I don't think they do it to you again. Oops. I think it's just for new people to make sure that they don't cause any trouble. Huh. Hey Blue Sandy, welcome. You put together some typesets? Sweet. That's something I don't have. Maybe I have maybe I made a PCGS typeset? But I did get your package out. I feel like I checked it before the stream here. It looked like it still was in California. I think I got it off what I got it out, printed it on Wednesday night and shipped it on Thursday morning. I did get it shipped out though, so hopefully it'll be there by Monday. So I don't know, this one almost looks like it's pointing. I don't know, it does kind of, the small dates are such a pain in the butt. Like to me it almost looks like that top part of it is going east. But then like the whole thing in general looks like it's pointing towards the bottom. Do I still have that out? Probably not. Probably cleaned up. Let me see if I have a small date out here. I don't think it is. Oh, I do. This one is 1970s small date Omaha Bancord. I didn't even know the Omaha Bancord went this late. I didn't know that, Blue Sandy. I believe there is a Walgreens in the area, but it's not close. Let's see if this one. And so yeah, it's like with this PCGS one, I can't, but it's like, you see how it kind of looks. Let's zoom back out. This PCGS lab, it's, you know, it's a 50-50 chance you can either zoom in all the way on the front or the back. But for this small date here, yeah, I guess it does look like it's pointing towards, you know, to the east. And then when we look at this here, it looks like it's pointing down. Large state. So yeah, I didn't even know that, what was I saying? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that the Omaha Bancord until I bought this coin. I don't even think I realized that I knew that small date was a Bancord coin. I didn't even I thought it was all from the 50s and 60s and before. Hello, XXXXXXX. I think I've seen you before here. I don't know if it won't let me see your name or if that is your name. What cool name if that's how it works. I can see closer. Yeah, your name is X'd out for me. I don't know if that's a cool trick that she can do. But I'll call you X. So we got oops sorry X, and we have a quadruple centuplet X. We got a lot of X's in tonight's stream. Welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm having trouble pronouncing your name, XX. Yeah, I was really happy today. I went to the post office and they don't have an open lobby on Saturdays, and I had a flat rate box and I stuck in the chute and it jammed it up. I felt bad. But then they were able to fix it, and then they came and delivered all my packages to me. which was awesome because I didn't think I was going to get anything today. And instead I got to list like 35 plus coins on eBay, and then I have a ton to do tomorrow. And if you guys are on eBay, don't forget, I believe everyone got their eBay bucks today. So we should all be able to hopefully get a Christmas present from eBay. Or a New Year's present. I see you, Rec. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream, guys. Yeah, I just need to find something to buy. Like, there was one coin I wanted to buy on eBay today, and I countered offered it back, and then it sold. I should have just taken their offer. But I only won like 2 auctions today. The auctions were crazy all week. And then today, just 2. I think I missed 1. I usually don't miss auctions if I'm gonna bid on it. But it's the end of the quarter. Usually by the time I've spent a bunch of stuff, whoa, check out the scratches on the luster there. It's like some bored employees were playing tic-tac-toe. It goes in every direction. That's, I think, the most scuffing I've seen on a mint cello inside. That's intense. Wonder if they got the back too. Yes, we all got stimulus checks too. Or hopefully we all got it. I got mine on New Year's. So that was pretty cool. I paid some bills. That was definitely nice. Oh, we got some, what is that, purple? Is this one open? The edge feels weird. Purple, yeah, kind of looks purple. Yeah, this one looks pretty awful too. And it looks like we are missing some trust issues. We've got some trust issues on this coin. But yeah, look at all the, like, those aren't fields. That's not luster. It's like, only thing reflecting there is scuff. Wow. It's like they just like swept this one up off the floor. Like, throw it in. And in is practically gone as well. We have God We True. I mean, is that like, is that grease? Oh, you haven't gotten yours yet? Hopefully by Monday. I knew people last year that they just got like kind of like a gift card or like a prepaid card. Looks like the E has a pretty weak strike here too. This one has kind of like a yellowy gold look to it. 1977. We did get a 1970, yes. The other side of the one with the weak N and trust issues, it had a weak other side as well. You did get a check. Or you didn't get your eBay bucks. And so yeah, this one at the N and the ST, I feel like it showed me that I got mine earlier today, and then when I went back, there wasn't like that big banner across the top. I feel like it's kind of weak on this side, but the E and E pluribus, it's like really, really weak. Oh, that was actually one question I had, Blue Sandy. I think I looked it up and found the answer. But on Swag Bucks, they give like a monthly bonus or something like that. And I noticed, I think last month, there was a thing where you got a monthly bonus at the end of the month. But this month, I didn't see it. And I definitely made a lot of Swag Bucks purchases. And so I didn't know if there was a certain day. I read that like it's random. It can be on like the 3rd, 4th, or 5th. That it used to be on the 1st, but now they do it just randomly. I actually forgot. I think I got enough for another gift card on there, and I was meaning to turn that into a gift card today, so I should probably do that so that I can get that taken out. Is anybody familiar with like a 1958 to 1960 Washington quarters with the, what is it? It's like a different reverses. Like I got a bunch of error ones, like FS 901 errors, I think for 58, 60, and 62. But I don't know what parts of the dies are actually different. Oh, they're on vacation. Is Swagbucks just run by a couple people? Like when I had a problem, like customer service seemed like it was like I was talking to like just you know, like a real person. Wow, yeah, look at the details on this beauty. Like I'm just trying to get the light to catch on at this point. Is like, it's so dull. Wait, I can't even focus on it. Let's see if we can. And so yeah, we have N and the ST is just, it's like Lincoln instead of hair. It looks like those baskets that they make out of like spaghetti and paint over. It's like what his head looks like. Maybe they're made out of straw. It's a beautiful penny. Okay, that's pretty cool. Gosh, I must be making them some money, because if I get 1% cash back, they're probably getting like 3, 4, 5% of whatever I'm making off of there. Yeah, I think this is the one that like the back was kind of a purplish color. Kind of is coming up as like a pink here. I feel like the mint cello on this one, it doesn't look open. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, I feel like the error must have gone in there. Let me see if I can find. Okay, there's one. Oh, that's perfect. Like guess I probably have another quarter right next to these ones. But like, so this one here is a 1960 Type B reverse FS4 or FS901. And so I feel like I was reading about like different reverses at one point, and that it's like something about the leaves here mainly on the bottom of the coin, that like the leaves touch on one of the varieties and not on the other one, and it was just like a different, like a design change. And then here's a 1958 MS65 with a Type B reverse FS901. And so I was just trying to figure out what, I want to imagine that basically they changed the dies at a certain year, and then different dies that weren't necessarily supposed to be made or used ended up getting used. I want to say that like there's like probably like a B, and a C. I just saw them and they looked different and they were at auction, and so I decided to pick these up. But it's like, so far I feel like I almost want to say like a Type A is what they're always supposed to be, so I haven't seen a Type A. I've heard people talk about Type Cs, but Type Bs are the only ones that I've really seen up. That's hilarious. Somebody is like selling a coin on eBay with my photos on it, and I put it on my watch list, and they just sent me a be the first to accept this 12% off this coin. I just want to see if I wanted to see if I could find a Type C on eBay. I shall only take a second, I hope. Type B, I type C, and it brings up that one. What about Type A? Well, I can find out. I was just curious if anybody knew, just because I felt silly buying a coin I knew nothing about. Yeah, I just see Type B, so maybe, unless like a Type C, maybe I'm totally off. Maybe there is no Type C. I just thought I heard people talking about it. I want to say I was watching, oh, what's his name? Finds Treasure, the biggest YouTube coin, one of the biggest YouTube coin people there is. I can't remember his name all of a sudden. Fill in the blank. Finds Treasure. Oh man, I must be tired all. The difference is the leaves. Yeah, I actually wonder if I have just like, see, that's another Type 1 or another, here, maybe we can look at a 1943. I'll turn the lights on and we can look a little closer, because Rob Finds Treasure, that's what it was. He was going through all these quarters and finding, gosh, that's so, yeah, that's what I forgot. Like these 1943s, they were like so weak. Like up along here, like it was almost like a roller went through there. This might not be the best thing to look for leaves with. But I guess it's like, so like the leaf doesn't touch the R here, doesn't touch the L, doesn't touch the D. And then I think if we look at one of these, you can see like the L touching the A is attached. And so then I imagine that this one is the same here. Well, this one is a different one. Here, because that almost looks like it doesn't touch. But maybe it's just kind of like almost. That one, it does look like it touches. Here, we'll see. I've got another 1961 here. That looks, I mean, like, it's connected there. There, it looks like it touches. Wow, this one almost looks like it's blue. That's probably just my camera. Let's see, effigy mounds, that's not going to help. Too many quarters. Let's see if the 1944, gosh, so weak. I guess what must have been happening is like the design that they were using was just starting to wear out. Just look how weak these are. Like you couldn't even tell if it's touching the A. It's kind of hilarious. It's more of like, I think I see an A there. Go by the points of the arrow. Now let's check out the arrows. And so that's the 40 Salt River Bay. There's a little privy mark there. Wow, look at the, I guess I was complaining about the rims on that Lincoln Center earlier. And quarters look pretty ragged too. Alright, so this is one. So we'll check out the arrows. Whoa, those are mushy. So the arrows, is it that they don't touch the leaves, or they are kind of mushy? And here I'll see what the, I guess the 43 hits it too. Go to where the points on the arrow are to the left. See the points. That's the difference, you believe. Okay, so the 43 here, we see the points. And the 1960, they're kind of, like disappear into it. I feel like I can kind of see points on that one. This is the 58. Interesting. Wow, this thing almost looks more like a missile. One type, the points are over the leaf. Interesting. And then it seems like a lot of them, they just kind of the die. I guess it depends on how good the strike is. It would seem like it would be a place that would be struck pretty good. But I was noticing some of these ones, like I got a lot of 1943 quarters this week and a lot of 1944s. And I was noticing just how weak they were around the edge. Not sure. Oops, I almost ended the stream trying to turn the light off. Oh, I gotta move this again? Alright, there we go. But yeah, when I was trying to make the videos earlier today, I was just, like, some of the ones I just was not able to see, like, all the details. Some of the stuff was just, some of the quarters I got to look at today were beautiful. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, I got a ton. I think I'm going to stop buying the Salt River Bay. I was getting a bunch of the West Point ones just because they seem cool, but I don't know, maybe they're going to slow down. But I realized is I bought a ton of these thinking, oh yeah, they'll be, you know, eventually these will kick on, but it's the end of 2020 and I haven't even sold one of them. So I did put them up for hire, so maybe that's why I didn't. I started to put them up for a little bit cheaper, but I thought it would be a good thing to stockpile because they didn't make nearly as many of them as they do. I feel like I haven't seen the mintages yet, but I feel like they were supposed to make less than 2 million, but maybe that was just for 2019 ones. But yeah, like the 2019 seemed interesting, but I feel like I'm falling into the hype thing where everything gets hyped up and then you're left with a bunch of hyped up coins and the price just slowly drops for the rest of your life. So I think I'm gonna like focus on buying older stuff here for a while. I've got some W's if they ever become key dates, but I feel like they're not gonna grow in price here, or at least they haven't been. Yes, no, I put them up for hire. Well, like the reason I put them up for what I was is because all the 2019s, if you look at the PCGS price, they're all like in like the like kind of $65 to $80 range. And so I figured the 2020s by the end of the year would kind of fall into the same area, and so I was kind of buying them for next year. But the way I see things, that's just not, I don't know, PCGS hasn't updated a lot of prices for 2017, 18, 19, 2000, it just shows blank. Yeah, no, I'm trying to buy them for like about $20 to $26. That is like basically what the buy price is. But what I see is the price, especially for like an MS66, they're going for quite a bit. Like this is a MS65. And some of the W quarters you can buy for like MS66 for $20 to $25. Some of them seem, I don't know if people are trying to buy up a particular one or if there's just less that have been registered, created. I'm not sure. Because everything going out, a lot of them are just coming out. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, I guess the ones that are just coming out probably are going for higher because people haven't gotten those, and so they're competing within the auction. I think I did sell a couple of the 2019s, and so that was kind of, I feel like, I was kind of like, okay, I'm able to buy them for 20, 25 bucks. PCGS is putting them at 75, $80. So if I'm able to buy them for, you know, under what PCGS is saying, and I'm able to sell them for under what PCGS, it seemed like a good investment. Yeah, I definitely see them like being sold raw. Like I wanted to do quarter hunts. I wanted to go through thousands of boxes. That was my goal for 2020, and then the pandemic hit, and I'm like, I don't feel like going through a bunch of change and standing in line in a bank where there's no ventilation. So maybe 2021, if they're still doing W's, I'll do it. But I think probably all the fun's going to be all over. And it's like 2019, we had like the Great American Coin Hunt and everything going on. It seemed like everything was getting excited. I know there's a lot of people still excited, but it felt like the pandemic just came along right when everything was starting to get like big and fun. It seemed like everyone was getting into coin collecting, and I hope a lot of people still are. But it seems like a bunch of people just kind of like went full hermit style, and which is cool. I like hermits. Kind of am one. I am one. But it's time for me. I can tell my brain's starting to shut off here. They're extending the W. Fun. I'm down for another year of the W. I think it's fun. I think them creating a created rarity. I think that's some smart marketing, and it's gonna attract more people into the fun of coin collecting. And yeah, I think it's a good idea. But good night, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight, Blue Sandy. I hope your package gets there by Monday. Good night, Oops, Sorry X. Thanks for joining tonight. Good night, everybody that is watching and I can't see, but I will attempt to scroll here up and say good night to everybody. Wow, that's a longer. Thanks for being here tonight, Stern. Appreciate all your thoughts and ideas. Thank you, PK Carr, for being here tonight. Thank you, DC Piano, for being here tonight. Thank you, 4X's and 8X's. I can't see your name, so maybe that is your name. It's a good one. And thank you for being here tonight. I see you record. Yeah, thanks, guys. I want to play games on Twitch, Oops, Sorry X. The problem is if I start playing games, I will not stop playing games. I'm like literally, I have not played a game since August 2019. I don't know. You can probably find my last League of Legends or my last Diablo 3 Twitch stream somewhere on the internet here. Yeah, when I started playing games, I started to completely ignore my business. And I would just spend all the time in the auction houses in the video games. So I might as well be on the auction house on eBay. It seems like at the end of the day I pay my bills a whole lot better. I don't have as much fun, but auctions can be fun too. I do have fun. But you know, once everything is on autopilot, and I streamed for 2 years. I made $5. And working on my business I think has like grown 10,000% in the last year. Like I just broke my $10,000 in 1 month goal, and then I just hit 11,000. So I just like shattered my goal that I've been trying to do for 6 months, and then I shattered the ceiling above it. I've just been like breaking all this stuff, and so I want to keep my YouTube channel here. I have a lot of fun with it. It's weird, like I feel like everything that I do for my eBay business hurts my YouTube channel, but my YouTube channel that's kind of like my fun. And so, but it's interesting when I like watch other channels, I see people saying like I made $11,000 on YouTube, and like they show their numbers, and I'm like, I want to make 11,000. That sounds easier than buying and selling a bunch of stuff and working 12 hours a day. But I don't know. It's like I feel like what I've realized is that I do all my videos, all my short videos here on YouTube because I attach them to my eBay listings, and then people that are interested in buying coin sight unseen can see the coin and know exactly what they're purchasing. And so that makes it really helpful, and it helps my business. My business is growing. But from what I can tell, it drives a lot of people crazy on YouTube, and the YouTube algorithm hates it, and all the other social medias hate it. They think that I'm just spamming it out, and to them I am. And so I feel like the way that I do my eBay business kills my YouTube channel. And part of me wonders if I should start more than one YouTube channel, do all my short videos on one channel, and do all like longer content stuff and my streams on another. But I feel like going multiple places is going to make things confusing for everybody. But I have a ton of new ideas for this next year, a ton more video ideas. I hope to be able to do some extra ones this weekend. I don't know about playing games, but do I have a Reddit post? I'll have to check it out. That'll give me something to do before bed. But thank you, Blue Sandy. Thanks, Oops Sorry X. Thanks, Stern, for being here tonight. I wish you all good nights. I'll see you guys all in the future. Good night, everybody.